Welcome back, Saber fans. Tony here from Run Sabers, and today another install review for you. If you're new to the channel, I do install, repair, and review these sabers, so please like, comment, and subscribe. I also have a website, RowanSabers.com, where you can find my finished products and sound fonts. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out the link in the description below. So we have an Anakin episode 2. This is from ELF Sabers. This customer sent this to me via Facebook for a commission. He basically wanted it to be installed. Before sending it to me, he talked to me about the possible Saber install itself and what he was wanting exactly out of it. He was actually able to weather all of this. He was not able to put on the grips efficiently, so he had asked me to basically apply the grips to it. So I did that. It came with a ProffieBoard and a few extra parts. I ended up kind of giving it an upgrade, so it came with a Proffie V2 0.2 board, but I decided to put a 3.9 in there because why not have the latest tech. And so a pretty simple chassis here. This is printed in ABS plastic with my new X1 carbon printer. You've got a CC connector there, PCB. You've got, of course, the Proffie 3.9 I mentioned. You've got the two accents, red and green, and those are going to be blinking like the Luke Skywalker Episode 6 lightsaber, and then a few little animations for lockup, and when the saber is on, it pulses differently. You've got a kill switch, power off and then on, and then you've got power and auxiliary for the buttons there. And you've got a removable battery system, positive and negative there, and a 24mm speaker from the Saber Merchant. So very, very cool. I'm very happy on how the chassis turned out. Again, the ABS has like this gunmetal gray to it, which is really, really cool, and there's subtle detail, there's little vents and other stuff that's just really kind of cool for a minimalistic type of chassis. I don't know how well it's going to pop up here, but I did do plunger systems and the stuff in the control blocks. The system is very similar to the Tusken Slayer hilt. Actually, it's almost a direct copy of the Tusken Slayer hilt. And so you can just turn this on.
Someday I will be.
And then you can see that.
I will be the most powerful Jedi ever.
Yeah. So you can see the accents there. And then to line it up, you want to make sure that the kill switch and ProffieBoard are facing up. Well, I guess the opposite of the plungers or the buttons. And you can slide this in. And then you'll know when you line it up perfectly because the greeblies on this will start lighting up. Like so. And then basically the pommel section here pinches the chassis in this midsection here so that it's not going anywhere. So once it's lined up and everything, it's extremely sturdy. It took me a while to make sure that everything was compression fit. But yeah, this does accept a 1-inch blade. The customer did ask that I include a 7/8" adapter for the Saber, so he can do a 7/8". For the demo here, I'm doing a 1-inch because I think that's a bit more sturdy. But yeah, as you can see here, again, those accents, the basically 5, I think, blinks in red, and then 9 or 7 are for the green. And then when the Saber's on, it'll pulse heartbeat, and when you lock up, they'll both flicker very subtly. But yeah. So this Saber will have 6 sound fonts. The customer originally just wanted basically to tell Anakin's story through episode 2, and so we just had 3 sound fonts on there, which is Tusken Terminator by Kyberphonic. And then afterwards, I was like, well, that's not a lot of fonts, you know, and I was like, let me include a little bit more. And so this Saber is very reminiscent to Vader's lightsaber in the original trilogy, so what I did was I added some Vader sound fonts to it. So without further ado, let's put in a blade and show you off the fonts. Alright, so here we have a 27-inch 1-inch blade for here in the studio. Again, it'll come with an adapter for the 7/8" stuff. I think the 1-inch blade is a bit more sturdy, so that's what I would recommend. But again, a few things to note here. The thumb screw, the top gold one here, is your retention, so you can thumb screw that tight, and then it's not going anywhere. And then secondly, I want to mention that this also has the common folder made by Brian Connors, or No Sloppy, which is the Anakin voice files, or voice pack. So I can actually show that off here.
Enter volume menu. Maximum volume. Maximum volume. Exit volume menu.
And you have a battery voltage.
Battery level 99%.
Which is kind of cool. It gives a little bit more life to the Saber. So I'm going to try to do, or like include more of his voice packs into my installs just because it fits. Or of course my own voice pack installs. So yeah. So first up, we have the Tusken Terminator version, or the Slayer version of the Tusken Terminator sound font. This is when he slaughtered younglings. I decided to use a Dodger blue color because I thought that fit the Saber pretty well. You can see these just have the heartbeat sensor on there, which I kind of showed earlier. So here we go. So your 2 middle buttons, again, are your stuff, which Usually they're a bit more raised or a bit lowered. On this one it fit pretty well because they all are pretty even. So, but yeah, turn on and off for power. Force effects, just hold down for 2 seconds and let go. A few more of those. And you have blasters. You have clashes, which I've kind of already showed. And then you can do lockup, which is just hold either or and flash. And then you can do lightning block, which is hold power, tap aux. And you have color changing, so it's the opposite, so hold aux, tap power. You can select it by hitting power. You can go back to the original color by hitting aux.
Revert.
And so, yeah. Now, I don't know how well you can see it, but again, these are the heartbeat sensors, and I'm going to clash and kind of see if I can show it. It doesn't flicker as aggressively as I want it to. I might change it to a brown noise flicker, but it's supposed to flicker a little bit whenever you're in lockup. But, yeah. Next up.
I'm Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, the previous track, or previous font also has 4 tracks on there via the track player, which I can show here. Very quiet. Across the Stars. Tatooine. A Droid Factory. This is more of his standard AS2 sound font. Yeah. This also has quotes on there, so you can go into the quote player.
Not at all. You fell into that nightmare, Master, and I rescued you, remember? I haven't seen her in 10 years, Master.
Annie? My goodness, you've grown.
So have you. Grown more beautiful, I mean. Well, for a senator, I mean.
You do have gesture features on here as well. Twist on and twist off. You can disable that by holding, by holding the power button and clashing.
Gestures off.
And then you don't accidentally turn on. I've noticed that helps when I'm driving places and I'll like, go to a stoplight and stop, and then my saber like rotates or spins and rolls on, and then it turns on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I gotta like reach for it. That helps a lot. It's a feature that a lot of people overlook, I think, but you can turn them back on, of course, by doing the same thing, hold and clash,
Gestures on.
and then you're good to go. But yeah. Next up.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
This is the clan version. So this is the saber that he gets tossed in the Genoshin Arena.
I retransmitted it just as you had requested, Master. Then we decided to come and rescue you. I've got a bad feeling about this. What about Padme? Jump! Call this a diplomatic solution. Aim right above the fuel cells. It's Dooku. Shoot him down! Follow him!
Yeah. This also have a few tracks on there. Some of my favorite, actually. Genoshin Arena. Clone Battle. This one. Anyways, next up. This is Father V2 by Kyberphonic. This is the Rogue One version. You do have multi-blast as well. Just your standard multi-blast begin sound that I added. And then your end blast sound, which I also added. You do have quotes on this as well as force effects.
You'll speak to the Emperor about...
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Director.
Next up. This is the New Hope version of Father V2. Different quotes on this one.
Obi-Wan is here. The Force is with him. The plans you referred to will soon be back in our hands. Where are those transmissions you intercepted? What have you done with those plans? A tremor in the Force.
That's the ESB version.
He's just a boy. Obi-Wan can no longer help him. Now, release your anger. Only your hatred can destroy me. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
And this is the Revenge of the Jedi version. Double blasters as well.
My son is with them. Conduct your search and bring his companions to me. No. Leave them to me. I will deal with them myself. Perhaps you can tell him when he arrives.
But yeah. So that concludes the install for the ELF Sabers Anakin Episode 2. Of course, if the customer enjoys it, I hope you enjoyed the review. Have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.